Welcome, everyone. We are live here for the Red Sox Racing Series, set to kick off yet another week. Great racing here from Donnington Park. The Red Sox Racing Series back in action here once tonight, the halfway point of the season here tonight at Donnington. This summer series, pretty good to watch so far. 1.95 mile track. And I expect this one to be good here with 10 turns. It should be fun. Right now, Alex LaRose on top of the board. He was pretty fast yesterday or a couple days ago in the final practice. We'll see how he does tonight. 24 laps set to take place here tonight. Qualifying going on right now. And on top of the board is Alex LaRose in at 64. Colin Weatherholt second. Paul Gibson up inside the top three. Nicole Cocker. Cameron Bidwell just actually jumped up to take fourth. Right now it is PG-13, 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 PG-13. Your top five. They are pretty quick, no matter where they go. One other thing, 22 drivers right now in here, so a pretty good turnout here for the Summer Series tonight. Big shout out once again to Les Turner and to Terry Dahl for allowing me to broadcast their great league. I absolutely love broadcasting these guys. One of my favorite ones to broadcast, week in and week out, so we've done it now for a while, so very happy to be with them once again for this, and I think that we're going to have a good time here tonight. Let's hop down to the racetrack, get out of this booth. It's about time for me to upgrade a booth, I think. Anyway, here you go. We are down here at the track, qualifying, like I said, going on right now. Let's watch the GTE winner from last season. This is Mitch Heller out on the track right now. You can see him in that Porsche 718. See how he does here around this track, as he's actually just now really starting his lap here. So we'll see how he does. About 35 seconds into it. We're looking at about 110 or so lap time. Yeah, if you put it on a 110 flat, you're pretty much going to have to pole, I think. Fast lap right now, 110.83. So we'll see if Mitch can jump up here. Mitch Heller, one of the fan favorites, always, no matter what car we are in. Of course, this for the Summer Series, everybody in here in the same class. Unlike the normal race season that we have multi-class racing, sometimes a little bit longer schedule. But Heller crossing the line. That's actually not a bad lap. Looks like his best lap so far jumps him up to fourth. So a good lap down for Heller. Here's Terry Dahl out there in the number 53 car. Currently ninth on the board. Best lap of a 111. Pretty much a 111 flat. 111.011. Now, you have not missed much qualifying right now. Of course, this series only 6 weeks. This is a quick series. It's just a summer series, kind of like a fun season. That's why everybody's back in the same class. No multi-class racing in this. So it makes it a little bit different than what we normally run, of course. But we'll see. Next week, Monza Junior. That's what a lot of people's looking forward to. I'm actually very much looking forward to heading to Monza and then Limebrock as well. I like both of those tracks. So it looks like Terry Dahl going to stay right now in 11th. Let's hop over and see if we can find somebody else. Here's Mark Wilson, the driver of that 323 car. Looks like he is in the McLaren. Actually, the only we got 2 McLarens actually inside the top 10. Everybody else in Porsche. Not very many BMWs in here tonight as well. We got Shane Hunter in the BMW. He's our highest runner BMW back in 15th. And Jim back in 20th. And William Kabbalah also in the BMW back in 22nd. Mark Wilson, pretty good lap there. Not quite his best, however. Paul Gibson looks like he's going to have one chance here to get a better time if he chooses to. Qualifying coming to an end. Right now it looks like Alex LaRose will be your pole sitter with Colin Weatherholt second, Paul Gibson, Mitch Hiller, Cameron Bidwell. Mitch Hiller sneaks into the top 5, breaking up at PG-13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it looks like that will stay officially with that. So good looking paint right there, though. The 31 car. He joined us at a booth week 1. He did a great job. It was fun to have Paul join us. He's one of the best drivers in this series. So let's see if he shuts it down here coming to the final couple corners or not. I don't think he's going to have enough. I think he's kind of backed off a little bit. It looks like he has. Chris Shieldsmith. Yeah, everybody's pretty much shutting it down now. Keith Ostraker out here trying to gain a little bit. He's currently in 18th. I think he might have time to finish this lap. Yep, he's not going to be able to. He's going to pull down pit road. There's Bill Paul Lucky. Looks like everybody pretty much is done here in qualifying with the exception of the 81 car. Got a little bit of practice here in qualifying. He's going to pull it down pit road as well, and that will shut qualifying down. And we are set to go on the grid here in just a moment. Alex LaRose is going to be your pole sitter here tonight in the number 64 Porsche. Good for him. And there's a look how they grid up here at the Red Sox Racing Series. Alex LaRose, Colin Weatherholt, Paul Gibson, PG-13 top 3. Mitch Heller breaks up the top 5 in 4th. Cameron Bidwell, PG-13. Nicole Kopker, also a PG-13. Justin Kirby, Mark Wilson with the top 10 qualifying run. Terry Dahl also top 10. David Barry, Chris Shieldsmith, Reed Rundle, good run for there. Les Turner, not a bad starting spot. Chris Jimenez, Robert right there in 15th. Shane Hunter, Bill right there in 17th. Keith Ostraker, James Prostel back in here in 2019. Jim, Kevin, and William, your top 22 drivers as we get set to roll here. We actually grid up right here before turn 10. So we are getting ready to go green. This first lap going to be pretty crucial for these guys. Got to watch that tire wear. It can happen. And usually tends to happen here early. Once again, thanks everybody for tuning in to watch over on Facebook as well as YouTube, as we are waiting on just one more person to grid up. Once Mark grids up, we'll be ready to go. Monza Junior next week. That's going to be a fun race. Looking forward to that. We got some good camera views here tonight too, by the way. As you look through the field at some of the cars out on the circuit right now, that's a nice one. Terry Dahl's car, not bad looking car. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Ready to get this one underway here in this one. I think this is right before turn 9 actually. As we work on this straightaway, we will be heading into turn 10, I do believe. So see some cars moving back and forth, trying to get a little bit of heat in their tires for this restart. Starting so close to the start finish right here. Here we go. Pace car drops in. Green flag set to come out. Everybody trying to get close as they can. Green flag looks to be out in the air. We're racing here once again. Week number 3. Red Sox Racing Series. Heading off into turn 1 here at Donnington. 24 laps. And this one, Alex LaRose on that inside. Going to be racing Colin Weatherholt, that teammate of his, in that blue car. Looks like LaRose is going to be able to hold on to that spot right now. Paul Gibson under attack from Mitch Heller. Heller looks to try to squeeze in here, maybe take third away. It looks like he did. Yes, he did. A little bit further back in the field. I thought we had something going on back here, but it looks like for now everybody's single file throughout the field. That's a great view right there of all these cars working through right now behind each other. On board Mitch Heller, looking at the back of Paul Gibson. Mikhail Kopka right now running in 6th place, right into that sunshine. You see as he starts braking here down to 3rd gear, maybe going to 2nd. Nope, stays in 3rd. Back on the throttle early, so wheel spin does not happen in 3rd gear there, it appears, as now we head down into turn 1. He's all the way up to 6th gear right there, running right behind Cameron Bidwell in the 56 car. Bidwell, really solid driver, so it'll take a little bit to pass him. Mitch Heller has given up. He made a small mistake and will fall in line. Oh, there's a good bump on the back of Cameron Bidwell. Heller off the track, trying to keep it back on. There he goes. Going to try to stay, not to mess up anybody. It looks like that the PG-13 guys, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Here comes Heller back to the inside. This is Justin Kirby in that 58. I'm not very familiar with Justin. I haven't broadcasted him too much here, so see Heller out there getting a little bit of contact himself and that 58 machine. Looks like they kept it going. Mark Wilson with the big run off the corner as well, with Terry Dahl involved in this, and it looks like David Berry is there as well. You also see that 72, Chris Mendez has worked his way into 12th spot. Right now, biggest mover of the race would only be 2 spots, and that is Chris Jimenez. With Mitch Heller being the one that's dropped the most spots, he is down 2 spots back to 6 now. He will have to work his way back up. Mark Wilson running P8 right now. Oh, we got a wreck. Who was that? Chris Shieldsmith, it looks like, has had an issue. Another PG-13 car has went around. Here's your instant replay. Chris losing all those spots now. May have had a little help there. So he'll have to work back up. He's got a little bit of work to do to catch back up. But he should be able to recover somewhat. Of course, pit stop's going to be a thing here as well. We'll have them happening probably around lap 12 to 14, maybe 12 to 16. We'll say 12 to 16 to be safe. Colin Weatherholt still trying to figure out a way to run down Alex LaRose here up in P1 last time by. About even on times. A great view here on Colin Weatherholt's car. As they cross the start-finish line to start lap number 5 this time by. Let's see who was faster. Looks like, wow, Alex Rose pretty much even once again with Colin Weatherholt. Mikhail Kopka working up on Cameron Bidwell. Bidwell getting a little bit of dust up there, and the 56 currently fourth. It's a great view right here on board with Mikhail. I feel like this braking zone right down here, this little right to left, is a big time player in this race. You can get back on the throttle good enough, can definitely close up some time in that section. Here's our biggest mover so far of the race, Robert, in that Porsche right there. You see the number 199. He is currently up to P12 after starting back in 15. Last lap by comparison, here you go. Alex LaRose calling Weatherholt. Weatherholt a little bit faster last time, a 2:28 to a 2:93. We will keep that up for a moment to see who gets it this time, as they work down into the final couple corners. Let's see who gets the fastest lap this lap. A 1:10.685. Wow, that time Weatherholt really putting a lot of pressure now on Alex LaRose here into 64. Looking back, you see Blue Cancel, Colin Weatherholt putting a lot of pressure right now. Coming to lap 8, next time by, Alex LaRose, Colin Weatherholt, Paul Gibson. Still your top three. They got a pretty big gap over fourth place of DeKale and Cameron Bidwell, and Mitch Heller runs fourth, fifth, and sixth. I know we got a lot of guys in here at pull for Mitch, and I will show you guys in just a moment how he is doing. There you go. He's closing in here on Cameron Bidwell, on board with Mitch Heller. See if he hits 6th gear. Yeah, I didn't think he would. Off the track a little bit right there. Hiller's still running right in P6, trying to close his gap up to Mikhail and Cameron both. Down into the corner they go. Last time by. Up front in our lead. We did have a lead change. Did not see it. Colin Weatherholt took that spot away from Alex LaRose last lap. LaRose trying to work back up to the driver of the 21. As you get an on-board ride here with LaRose again. Lap 10 next time by. Pit stop's going to start creeping into some of these drivers' minds. They're going to be thinking about hitting pit road here probably a little bit later, but it is getting close where they got to start thinking about it just a little bit. Pit stops could make or break this battle for the lead. There's your battle from above. It's actually a 3-car battle now, as you see. Once again, Paul Gibson has worked his way into this. Not super surprised by any means. We'll see Gibson working up. And putting pressure here on for second place at the moment. We're going to have a good race here for the top 3 spots. I think any one of these guys can actually win this race. You can see all 3 teams. This whole PG-13 team itself in general is a great team. They do a lot of practice week in and week out. That's why they're so good at racing no matter where we go. I've yet to see any of them really be bad, to be completely honest. So we see this week in and week out between these guys. Great looking view too. Curious about when these guys will pit. I wonder if they'll pit together or maybe try to mix it up a little bit. Be something interesting to watch. Oh, I thought he made a small mistake. Looks like he did not. He's able to keep that distance about where it was. There is a little bit more going on, but nothing too crazy yet, so we're mainly staying with this top 3. If you look through, Mitch Heller's still working on camera, Bidwell back there. I do want to mention Reed Rundle got around Terry Dahl a minute ago. Couple cars, Chris Shieldsmith has actually came in the pit. Looks like that's who that is right there. Yeah, it is. So everything else right now kind of spaced out everywhere else. So we're just mainly kind of keeping an eye on a couple position battles here. Here's one, Terry and Robert. Robert trying to take this spot away from Terry. He looks to the right side. Not going to be able to get there. The 53 drives in pretty deep and able to hold on to it. Up front, Alex Rose, Colin Weatherholt. Paul Gibson actually fell back to 3rd. Not sure what happened. Had to be a slight mistake. So LaRose back out in front. Here comes Weatherholt, however. Great racing here between 3 teammates. Once again, when will that pit stop happen? We are already past the halfway point. Will we see if this lap as they work down into turn 10 this time? See if they hit pit road here as they work through this final section. I don't think they're going to hit until the very last second, personally. But it's something we're still going to keep an eye on here. Kind of get an idea. He's right on board the Porsche right now, Paul Gibson. I feel like Paul's just back here minding his own. Bidwell has hit pit road. Mark Wilson has also is on pit road. .8 seconds stop for Cameron Bidwell. Mark Wilson going to take. Oh, David Berry has had an issue. We'll check in with that here momentarily. Cameron Bidwell a 27.6, and you see David Berry having a long time up against that wall. I mean, he sat there for a while. He sat there for about 15 seconds after this happened. Here's what happened down in turn 1. I feel like his screen may have went black. Actually, it looks like his wheel may have came unplugged. You don't see the wheel moving at all during that, so something definitely happened. And then I think something else just happened. You're back on the track now. I just wait until cars go by him. Tough right there for David Berry. He hasn't hit pit road yet, so. Looks like Terry Dahl is on pit road. He's not the only one. Les Turner also on pit lane. So both of the Red Sox Racing League admins on pit road. It looks like Bill Pawlucki also on pit road. You look at Bill right there. Terry Dahl down and away. Les Turner down and away. Bill Pawlucki down and away. It looks like Keith Stryker will be next to be down and away. Yes, he will. See if the leaders come this time. The pit stops are starting to happen. Yep, they are. All three. Oh, boy, big wreck on pit lane. The 14 of David Berry, very slow. It looks like trying to get on the pit road, and they are probably not too happy with each other right now. Especially Alex LaRose. Let's see what happened here. David Berry thought the pit road entry was a little bit further back, it appears. LaRose is going to win the race off pit road. Going to be interesting to see. These guys do get one quick repair, so he's definitely used it. Wow. These guys had such a big lead. Alex Rose is still out in the lead. So now Robert kind of here holding up Paul Gibson just a bit. Colin Weatherholt had a slow stop, 31.2. So he's actually back in fourth right now. This is interesting right here with Robert and Paul Gibson. Paul a little bit faster, I'm sure. Paul needs to try to get around him as quick as he can. Looks like he's going to right here. Robert's staying with him right there pretty good though. So Midcheller works up on the back of Cameron Bidwell after pit stops have started to cycle through. I do want to mention that Robert has actually went down pit road now after Paul got around him. So if you see some rocks being kicked up there onto the racetrack, that's okay. Yes, he did. So we still got like two more drivers that have not hit pit road yet, but it's not going to affect the lead position. Once again, next week's going to be really fun. Do not miss next week. I promise. You're going to basically a road course short track. It is going to be a fun one. Monza Junior, very fast racetrack. Not very many turns, I'm going to be honest. So that's going to be a fun one to watch these guys race these cars on. That's going to be a really good one. Mitch Heller, put a lot of pressure here on Nikhil Kopker for 5th place. That's where our biggest position battle is, 4th, 5th, 6th. Right now, PG-13 all inside the top 5. For the first time we've seen that, if that happens. Right now, out front, Alex Rose leading by quite a bit here, 1.9 seconds over Paul Gibson. He's got a 2-second lead now. As that continues to grow, the biggest battle still 4th, 5th, and 6th right here on your screen. As it looks like Mitch Heller looking to the left side of Kopker here going to turn 1. Here we go. Kopker willing to give up that outside lane in each corner, which is very smart job. Oh, Cameron Bidwell moment there, keeping it on the track, however. Good job for him. Here we go. Mikhail trying to take over 4th spot. Looks like he's going to take that spot from Bidwell. Bidwell not going to fight teammate too hard here. Here comes Heller once again. He may look to try to get around Bidwell here to break up the PG-13 top 5. Mikhail Kopker trying to hold on. Here we go. Oh, thought Heller had a big run. It looks like he got shut off pretty quick. He does get a run out of that corner. Coming up. Oh, we are on 5 laps to go, should I say. Here comes the run once again. Looking back at that Porsche. See if he makes a move here. It looks like he will not. Going to break a little bit earlier, trying to get a run out of the corner. Trying to take that corner a little bit better. These two guys are really being nose to tail pretty much all night long. Track probably a little bit grippier now since the sun is starting to set a little bit. But these guys do have used tires as well, so it should be a little bit better to drive on though than it was when the sun was out. Pretty much this is our closest battle anywhere on the racetrack, as Alex LaRose continuing to basically dominate now this section of this portion of the race. He's up to a 2.36 mile lead. Oh no, there's a mistake. Mitch Heller takes over 5th. Which overlay do you guys prefer? Do you prefer the side ticker like this, or do you prefer the one that goes across the top of the screen? Just out of curiosity. Oh, Mitch Heller goes off track. Wow. Here comes Bidwell back to his left side. Both of these guys making mistakes, but able to keep it going in the right direction. Big run here from Heller as well. He's going to look far to the right side. Bidwell going to give him room. And Bidwell trying to get the run off the corner. Heller squeezing to that line really tight. Drag race down into the final chicane or final right-hand turn. We're coming to 2 laps to go next time by. Oh, there it is. And Alex LaRose out in front by a country mile right now, 2 seconds to be exact. Everybody else that's in this race pretty spaced out. The only battle we got is this one. And this has been the only one for a while now that we've had between Heller and Bidwell. Oh, he tried to cut that corner out wide to try to get the run down the straightaway. Wasn't able to do so, but a good try there for Heller to try that. Woo-wee! Oh, there he goes. Mitch Heller spins it. Oh. Puts it into the wall a little bit. He'll get rolling here. Still going to have a pretty good finish either way. Justin Kirby trying to... How about... Wow, we're going to have a top 6 finish, it looks like, for PG-13. That is... Wow. White flag going to be out this time for Alex LaRose. I ain't gonna lie though, that's the most dominant team performance I've ever seen from a team on iRacing. Like, hands down. This is why we gave them the best team award. There is a reason for that. There's a battle for second too. As Paul Gibson and Colin Weatherholt knows to tell. It's a 65 right here. Unfortunately, Kevin Kyle not having the greatest night. Here we go. Final couple corners here for Alex LaRose, looking to pick up a big win here in front of all his teammates. PG-13 going to go to victory lane here once again. Alex LaRose will win here in the Summer Series at Donnington. Second place going to go to Paul Gibson. Third place, going to go to Colin Weatherholt. Wow. Mitch Heller working out of the final corner here as well. Cameron Bidwell gets fit. Oh, he got back around Justin Kirby. I did not see that actually. Justin Kirby had an accident on the last lap and allowed Mitch Heller to get back around him. So Bidwell or Heller going to work his way back up to P6. Mark Wilson going to have a decent finish here in 8th. Reed Rundle, Terry Dahl, solid finish. Same as Reed, good finish for him. Les Turner 12th. Bill Paul Lucky, Keith Striker, James Post. I'm not a probably want a little bit more, but not bad. Gained 4 spots. Kevin Kyle. Like here, actually, these two guys are still battling at the line. They're coming across the start-finish line. Drag racing to it, and it looks like Keith will actually win that race off that. So there you go. All right, we're about to talk to our race leaders and winners. Literally, almost every one of these guys had a great run in the PG-13, with the exception of 1 or 2 of them. But wait for them to start moving in, and we'll get some interviews here from your race winner of Alex LaRose with a big victory here in the Red Sox Racing Series. It's going to feel pretty nice to be able to come out here and beat all your teammates, I feel like. We'll talk to him here in just a moment, as well as Paul and Colin we will speak to as well here in just a second. We got Alex LaRose joining us in the booth. Man, it's got to feel great to beat your teammates. PG-13 doing a great job here tonight. Talk us through that race, man. That was a great job by you.
I think this race was a lot of just minimizing mistakes. I thought there wasn't a whole lot of opportunity for passing, but Colin kind of proved me wrong a little bit. So it was fun battling with Colin and Paul as always, but after we kind of settled into our positions, I was just hard focused on not making mistakes, and I still had quite a few, so yeah, kind of a nerve-wracking race.
Talk about the pit stop. I always mention it in every race that we do. Talk about the decision to pit. Was that planned by the team to pit together, or did they just, was it something different that worked out?
I think we all were just running out of fuel at that time, right. So we're all pulling into the pits. I'm not sure if you caught it on the broadcast, but we had a bit of an incident pulling in.
Luckily, it didn't hurt you too bad with fast repair or whatever, man. But still, a big win. You got to feel pretty happy, I think, beating your teammates. Is there any shout outs you want to give out?
Yeah, as always, I guess shout out to PG-13. Always fun practicing with these guys and pushing each other to go faster. So, yeah, shout out.
Hey, man, good job tonight. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, it is Paul Gibson, who we literally interview every single week, Paul.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, that means you did pretty good, dude. That had to be a lot of fun, racing with teammates. I mean, it's always got to be fun.
That was a great race. Yeah, Colin and Alex were just mixing it up there in front, and I kind of used my tires up trying to get back to them after those first couple laps, and so I didn't really have anything at the end there. But yeah, that was a great race. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, talk about this track. We heard Alex mention that he felt like it would be kind of hard to pass. What's your thoughts on that? Did you think it was hard to pass? We know Colin made it work a couple times, but give us your thoughts on racing here.
Oh yeah, it's definitely tough to pass. I think that's just kind of a GT4 thing.
Right.
These cars just take a while to get spooled up enough to that they draft and pull up on other people. So yeah, and then there's a lot of medium speed corners here, and so it's just kind of hard to pull up on someone and get by them. It takes a mistake basically for someone in front of you to get by.
There was a reason why I gave you all the best team when we did the award thing. That proved it not. Shout out to all that, dude.
Yeah, just a PG-13. Great racing as usual. And then especially to Alex, man, that's awesome. First win. That's going to be the first of many, I'm sure. So great race there, and to Colin for another good race. Him and I are just always right together and race each other hard. So, but yeah, I actually look at the results now. It looks like we're 1 through 5 actually. So yes. That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Almost 6, by the way, because Justin barely got edged
out.
Okay.
Yeah, I see. Yep. Yeah. Justin almost had 6 there. Yeah.
I kind of laugh, man, but we'll see at Monza Junior. Who knows what's going to happen there?
I have never been there, so I have no idea what that's going to be.
Yep. Best luck, buddy.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, man. Next up, we got Colin Weatherholt once again with us in the booth. He's been in here a few times. Colin, a solid night, man. Fun to watch you guys race up front. Talk us through your night, dude. You managed the 3rd place, but definitely could have went either way there.
Hey, Adam. I just want to make sure you can hear me all right.
I got you. You got me?
Okay. It was perfect, yes. Okay. So it was a completely crazy night. I didn't think that I would be sitting second in qualifying, and then managed to get around Alex a little bit after he had a little run-in with a guy coming out of the pits, and ran up front a little bit. The track is so fun. It takes a special kind of flow, and the GT4 cars are just tough enough to drive on the edge that even if they're hard to pass, I think you'll see guys make little mistakes that you got to kind of capitalize off of.
I don't know exactly where the points are going to shape up after this. It's going to be interesting because I know the PG guys or you guys are going to be up there. So let me go ahead because I've asked. I pretty much got all the answers about tonight. Let me ask you about next week. Monza Junior, a track where it's going to be super fast. We know that. Not very many turns. We know that it's basically kind of like an oval in a way. What's your thoughts on taking the GT4 there?
I believe that track has one left-hand turn.
I think so.
A little kink. I think it'll be fun. It'll be just as fun as any other track on here. It's going to be a draft track and really tight and bunched up together. I don't know what kind of lap times we'll be doing. I'm going to guess right around a minute. That's what my guess is going to be, but it should be a good time.
Man, you did a great job. Third place tonight. Got to be happy for you and your team. Is there any shout-outs you want to give out?
Yeah, big shout-out to you and Les and Terry and, of course, the PG-13 guys. But, hey, it's great to be back in here. I crashed the last 2 weekends, so it's nice to be back on the podium.
Hey, good job, dude. You deserve it.
Thanks, Adam.
Thanks, buddy. There you go. There is our race winners for this week. It is Alex Rose, Paul Gibson, Colin Weatherholt on the podium for this series. And here's a look at your results. Alex Rose, Paul Gibson, Colin Weatherholt, Nikhil, Cameron Bidwell, Mitch Heller, 6th place. Justin Kirby, a 7th place finish. Mark Wilson, Reed Rundle, Terry Dahl, your top 10. Congratulations to them. Not bad at all. Anytime you get a top 10 in here is really good. Robert going to finish in 11th. Good battle between him and Les Turner as well, with Bill Paul Lucky, Keith Ostraker, James Prostel, Kevin Kyle, Shane, David Barry, David Barry, Chris Shillsmith, William Kabbalah, and a little bit further back, Chris Menendez and Jim. All in all, guys, I hope everybody enjoyed the broadcast. Y'all make sure y'all like, sub, share, subscribe. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Facebook, all that good stuff. Make sure you check out Red Sox Racing Series. That'll do it, guys. We will be back Sunday night for American Sim Racing Series. Y'all have a great weekend, and we'll see y'all then. Take care and God bless.